Hey everyone, you ready to dive deep into something we all think about? Relationships.
Ooh, yeah.
But not just the surface stuff.
Right.
We're talking the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Backed by research keys to making love last.
Exactly.
It's like a cheat sheet
Yeah.
for building a rock-solid bond.
I love it.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
We're handing you a toolkit
Okay.
to decode what really makes relationships tick
Mm-hmm.
based on some seriously insightful research.
I like it.
And thankfully, we've got some expert guidance for this deep dive.
Okay.
We're tapping into a Newsweek article featuring Kimberly Best,
Okay.
who's a dispute resolution expert
Okay.
who breaks down relationship success
Mm-hmm.
into some really practical areas.
I like it.
She talks about the importance of shared values,
Yeah.
which makes total sense, right?
Yeah.
Imagine trying to navigate life with someone
Yeah.
who has completely opposite beliefs.
Right.
Talk about a recipe for conflict.
Yeah. It's like trying to build a house on sand. You need a strong foundation.
Yes.
Best compares values to a compass,
Okay.
guiding your decisions as individuals
Mhm.
and as a couple.
I like that.
And this links beautifully with the work of Dr. John Gottman,
Okay.
a leading relationship researcher.
Okay.
He emphasizes that alongside shared values,
Yeah.
mutual respect
Yes.
is the cornerstone of lasting partnerships.
Respect. Check.
There you go.
Shared values. Double check.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But how do we actually put this into practice?
Right.
Figuring out your own values
Yes.
can be tricky enough,
It is.
let alone navigating that with a partner.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
It's not always easy.
No.
But Kimberly Best points us to a helpful tool,
Okay.
the VIA Institute's Strength Survey.
Okay.
It helps you identify your core values in action.
Okay.
And get this,
Yeah.
there's a version specifically for couples.
Oh, wow.
It highlights where your strengths align and where you might need to understand each other's perspectives better.
Okay, that's super cool. I can see how that would be helpful.
Yes.
Let's say a couple takes this strength survey
Okay.
and one person is all about spontaneity while the other thrives on routine.
Right.
How do they find that balance where both partners feel happy?
That's where communication and compromise become key.
Okay.
It's not about changing who you are,
Right.
but rather finding ways to honor each other's needs.
I see.
Maybe the adventurous one plans solo trips
Okay.
while still scheduling regular date nights at home.
Right.
It's about creative solutions.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's not about one person sacrificing,
Right.
but finding ways to make both people happy.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of needs,
Yes.
let's talk about another essential ingredient
Yeah.
for a successful relationship,
Mm-hmm.
intimacy.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to clarify
Right.
that we're not just talking about the physical aspect here.
Exactly. Intimacy encompasses emotional and intellectual connection as well.
Yes.
It's about feeling truly seen,
Okay.
heard,
Mm.
and understood by your partner
Right.
on multiple levels.
Yes.
Dr. Esther Perel,
Okay.
renowned relationship therapist,
Okay.
highlights how often we take intimacy for granted
Yeah.
until it becomes a problem.
Yeah. That makes sense.
This often boils down to unmet expectations.
Unmet expectations. Ouch.
Right.
Okay, so let's unpack that a bit.
Okay.
What happens when those expectations around intimacy
Yes.
aren't discussed or are misaligned?
Right. Well, imagine this.
Okay.
You crave tons of physical touch,
Yeah.
but your partner needs their personal space.
Right.
If you don't talk about it,
Right.
resentment and frustration can build.
Yeah.
Then person feels neglected,
Mm-hmm.
the other feels suffocated.
Yes.
Not a recipe for romance.
Definitely not. It's like that saying, communication is key.
Yes.
But how do you actually have those conversations about intimacy? Yeah.
Without it feeling awkward or uncomfortable.
It takes courage,
Yeah.
but it's so worth it.
Right.
Start by understanding your own needs
Okay.
and expectations around intimacy.
Okay.
Then approach the conversation with your partner from a place of curiosity and vulnerability,
Okay.
not blame.
Right.
Focus on listening to each other's perspectives and finding ways to meet each other's needs.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah,
it strikes me that communication is also super important
absolutely.
when it comes to conflict,
Right.
which, let's be real,
Yes.
is bound to pop up in any relationship,
Of course.
even with aligned values
Right.
and a strong sense of intimacy.
Right.
Disagreements are going to happen.
That happen.
Kimberly Best touches on this as well in the article.
Absolutely. And this is where things get really interesting
Okay.
because our natural instincts around conflict
Right.
can be so different.
Yes.
Some people are like,
let's talk this through right now.
Right.
While others need some time to cool down and process,
Yeah, okay.
the key is recognizing those differences
Yeah.
and figuring out how to navigate them as a couple.
It's like having a game plan for disagreements, right? So you're not caught off guard when those heated moments inevitably arise.
Exactly. Dr. Susan Heitler,
Okay.
a clinical psychologist specializing in couples,
Okay.
has this incredible suggestion that completely changed how I view conflict.
Okay.
She says we should try to see disagreements,
Okay.
not as battles to be won or lost,
Right.
but as opportunities to learn and grow together.
Oh, wow.
Imagine if every argument
Yeah.
became a chance to understand your partner better
Right.
and strengthen your bond.
That's a huge mindset shift.
Right.
Instead of approaching conflict from a place of, I need to win this.
Exactly.
It becomes, how can we work through this together?
Exactly. It's about shifting from me versus you
Right.
to us versus the problem.
I love that.
Yeah.
So instead of dreading disagreements,
Right.
we
Yeah.
can see them as opportunities for growth and connection.
Yes,
Now that's powerful.
it is.
Speaking of building a strong foundation,
Yes.
Kimberly Best also highlights the importance of authenticity in relationships.
Absolutely.
It's about being your true self
Yes.
from the get-go.
Right.
Right.
Brene Brown's work on vulnerability and authenticity
Okay.
is so relevant here.
Okay.
She talks about how we often feel this pressure
Right.
to be perfect,
Yes.
especially in the early stages of a relationship.
Yeah.
But it's our imperfections,
Right.
our vulnerabilities that make us human and relatable.
Yeah.
Trying to maintain a facade is exhausting
Right.
and ultimately unsustainable.
It's like wearing a mask you can't wait to take off at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And isn't it more fulfilling
Oh, yeah.
to be loved for who you truly are,
Absolutely.
flaws and all?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, so much better
Right.
to be authentic. Yes.
Right from the start.
Yeah.
Even if it feels a little scary.
It's like building that house on solid ground we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Authentic connections are able to weather
Right.
those inevitable storms because they're built on a foundation
Right.
of honesty and acceptance.
It's like knowing you have a soft place to land,
Yeah.
even when things get tough.
Mm-hmm.
So as we're exploring all of these amazing insights
Yeah.
about relationships,
Yeah.
it makes me realize that it's not about being perfect
Right.
or avoiding challenges altogether.
Right. It's about building a strong foundation with these tools.
Yeah.
So you can navigate those challenges as a team.
Right.
Knowing you can be vulnerable with each other.
It's like having a shared map and compass
Right. I love that.
to guide you through the ups and downs.
And remember,
Yeah.
just like any worthwhile endeavor,
Right.
building a fulfilling and lasting relationship
Mm-hmm.
is an ongoing process.
Yes.
It requires effort, communication.
And a willingness to grow together.
It's not a destination,
Right.
but a journey.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
This deep dive has given us
Yes,
so much to think about.
it really has.
If there's one key takeaway I hope you'll walk away with,
Okay.
it's this.
Yeah.
Think about what resonated most with you today.
Okay.
How can you apply these insights to your own relationship
Right.
and nurture those essential aspects of connection?
Such a great question to ponder as
Yeah.
we wrap up this
Yeah.
deep dive.
Yeah.
It's like taking all of this incredible knowledge
Yes.
and turning it into action,
Right.
creating a love that's truly built to last.
I love it.